I'm going to talk to you about how to get someone to change. And you might be surprised at some of the things that I'm going to tell you. Does anyone in your life do destructive, irresponsible, irrational, stupid things that harm themselves or you or their relationship? If the answer is yes, then you are going to want to listen to what I have to say. Okay, so some of the things that we do to try to get people to change are ineffective. Not only are they ineffective, but they increase the chance that the person will continue to do it longer. We are still not responsible for it. But if we're wanting to put our energies toward helping somebody to change, we want to be doing the right, not the wrong thing. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to stop nagging. Now, this might seem weird because then you're going to be like, I'm going to stop telling the person what I think that they're doing wrong. Like, I'm going to stop saying it. Well, isn't that just tolerating and putting up with it? You're going to stop nagging. Nagging is lecturing, explaining, saying the same thing over and over and over again. Stop doing that. When you do that, people tune you out. They don't listen. They don't take you serious. They don't pay attention to what you're saying. It's meaningless. You're just talking. And as long as you're talking, guess what? You're not doing anything that is productive and helpful. You're just keeping things status quo, hoping that one of your perfect lectures is just going to boom, bing, put the light on, and this person is going to be like, oh, I see it now. I get it. I'm going to change. I'm going to do everything you want. Rarely happens. Okay. So don't nag. The second one is to stop belittling. After you stop nagging, saying the same thing over and over and over again, you're going to stop belittling. Now, why would you do that if you care about this person? Because you are frustrated. You are angry. You are being hurt. You are scared. You are worried about what's going on. You're worried about how this is going to affect your family, your finances, the person's health, the person's life, the relationship. You're upset. You're trying to get this person to change. The person is not listening. The person is continuing to do destructive things. You're upset. You at times might even feel contempt and disgust for this person's behavior and actions and what this person is doing. So you're frustrated. And what do? Sometimes when we're frustrated, we just lay it all out. We tell this person all kinds of stuff out of our anger and our frustration and our pain. And sometimes that's belittling, putting the person down, telling the person how awful they are, telling the person just terrible things that they're doing. And we do this because we're hurting, but it doesn't help. When somebody is doing bad things, stupid things, making bad choices, there's somewhere inside them that they know this. They're not admitting it to you. They're not giving you any indication that they do feel shame and remorse and regret. But there is a part of them that does. So when you belittle, all you do is you say to them, yeah, you're right. I'm right. I am despicable. I am nothing. I have ruined my life. I am not going to be able to figure out how to get out of this and fix things and change things. So when the person feels that way, that means that the person is more likely to continue doing the bad things, which come out of not feeling good about themselves to begin with. Now, that's why you want to stop belittling. The next one is stop enabling. The definition of enabling is to give somebody the means to continue to do what they are doing that's hurting themselves to begin with. So if somebody is taking drugs and you're giving the person money and they're buying the drugs with it, you're enabling them, allowing them to buy the drugs by giving them money. Take away the money and you're not enabling. They're going to figure out some other way to get them, but you're not enabling them. And that's the goal, is for you not to enable. So stop enabling whatever you're doing. If you're supporting the person, if you're paying bills, if you're driving the person, if you're tolerating behavior in your home that is not okay, if you're giving the person a place to live, whatever it is that you're doing that is allowing the person to continue to do what they're doing, stop it. Stop enabling. The next one is to stop threatening. Threatening does not fix the situation. Threatening only lets the person know that one more time you are threatening to do or not do something, but you don't follow through. Threats are meaningless when there is no action behind them. When you have threatened again and again and again to kick this person out, when you have threatened to stop giving this person money, when you have threatened to stop coming over, when you have threatened to separate, and you have not done it, one more threat is meaningless. So you are just wasting time, wasting your emotions, because usually when threats come out, you're emotionally upset, you're in an argument, you're desperate, you're just, exhausted. You're just hurting yourself by wasting your energy threatening, because threatening is useless. And the last one is to stop controlling. Stop trying to control this person by, if you already know what's going on. Now, if you don't know what's going on, figure it out. You need to know, you have a right to know what's going on in a relationship that affects you. But if you already know that there's drinking, if you already know there's abuse, you already know that there's drugs, you already know there's a sexual addiction, you already know that money is being spent, you don't have to keep wasting your time and your energy finding out exactly how often it's happening so that you can keep track of it, because all that's doing is keeping you caught up in the fight of figuring it out and not doing things that are productive. So once you know, then back off. So if you're going to stop nagging, stop belittling, stop enabling, stop threatening, and stop controlling, what are you going to do? You are going to focus on letting go. You are going to focus on changing yourself. These are the principles I teach you in my books that I write on dealing with difficult people, difficult marriages. You are going to take care of yourself. You are going to stop focusing on this other person, focus on your own powerlessness, focus on getting yourself strong, focus on changing yourself, on what you can change. You're going to learn healthy detachment, to detach in love, which is to literally figure out, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Taking care of yourself, getting your own needs met. You're going to also speak the truth in love after you've faced your fears. And by speaking the truth in love in an effective way, it's more powerful than nagging. Speaking the truth in love is not nagging, and it's not threatening. Setting boundaries. Instead of threatening, making idle threats, you're going to set boundaries about what you're willing to do and not willing to do, period. And you're going to follow through on that. And then you are going to make decisions about what you can do and what you cannot do in the relationship. That is what you can focus on when you let go of doing these other things to try to change people. And what we know is that when you do healthy things in response to somebody's behavior instead of the unhealthy things like the nagging and enabling and controlling and threatening, when you do the healthy things, that person actually has a greater chance of getting help and making the changes that you have wanted all along. Some of those scriptures, Proverbs 25:24 in the New Living Translation says, it's better to live alone in the corner of an attic than with a quarrelsome, nagging wife in a lovely home. But it's not just a nagging wife. It could be parent. It could be sibling. It could be even a nagging husband. Okay, we can put a person. Better to live in the corner of an attic than with a quarrelsome, nagging person in a lovely home. Next one, Proverbs 20:25 in the New International Version. It's a trap for a man to dedicate something rashly and only later to consider his vow. That's the idle threats. Proverbs 19:19 in the New International Version. A hot-tempered man must pay the penalty. If you rescue him, you will have to do it again. Oh, that's the enabling. You're only increasing the chance that it's going to happen again when you let it happen the first time. And Proverbs 18:2 in the New International Version. A fool finds no pleasure in understanding, but delights in airing his own opinions. So you can respond more effectively to somebody's behavior that you want changed than doing the things that you have been doing that don't work. So thank you for watching this video on Change My Relationship. Thank you.